6:04 now, and new this morning, San Francisco schools now looking outside the box in an effort to bring their students back full-time into the classroom. The district now bringing in a consultant. Today in the Bay, Cierra Johnson is live in San Francisco with a look at that and how Californians feel about Governor Newsom's overall push to reopen schools. Good morning, Cierra.
Yes, good morning, Chris. We'll get to that new survey about California Governor Newsom in just a moment. But yes, as you mentioned, there's a possibility a consultant could be brought in. That's because this district has been slower than most to get those students back in school, and they're going to revisit an idea that they floated about a year ago. So the Chronicle now reporting that the district is seeking a consultant to help guide them through the process of reopening schools in August. The idea of a consultant, as I mentioned, previously discussed last June, and came with a $90,000 price tag, but was struck down by board members. The superintendent once again floating this idea. No word on what the district is willing to pay or where the funds would come from this time around. And as the school district works to streamline their reopening process, a new poll is showing that many support how Governor Gavin Newsom handled the reopening of schools across the Golden State. Now, this survey was done by the nonpartisan Public Policy Institute of California, and they found 59% of likely voters approve of the way Newsom is handling reopening for schools for in-person learning, while just 40% disapprove. Now, if you recall, Newsom and state legislators did reach a deal to provide $2 billion in financial incentives for districts that had some type of in-person return to classroom by March 31st. Many Bay Area districts did, in fact, meet that deadline, making them eligible for the funds. San Francisco Unified did not make that deadline. So, although many protests were held about the rate of how fast California was reopening and leading to the recall of Governor Gavin Newsom, this survey done by the Institute is showing at least 60% approve of how he reopened schools. So some good news there. We will, of course, continue to follow that search for the consultant with this district. We're live in San Francisco. Cierra Johnson for Today in the Bay.